Hey everybody, it's me, Sweet Melody Media. Welcome to my stream. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in. Also subscribe if you are new and share on your platforms. So today I have a special guest by the name of Molly, and we'll be talking about the hygiene problem with Black women. So, because this is a huge problem in our community, so this is definitely something that has to be addressed. Hi, Molly.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for coming. What's going on?
Nothing. I just like over the past few weeks, it's just been several incidents like in just a few weeks where it's just different black women have come around just smelling,
Oh,
just not presenting themselves, just I didn't really realize how bad it was.
right. Well, before we get into that, can you at least introduce yourself? Tell people who you are, where you're from, how long you've been on YouTube, if you have a channel.
So I've been on YouTube maybe around 4 years, kind of on and off. I never really had a channel. Um, Not really interested in doing my own channel, but I watch other people's channels. Um, so I've been looking at like content in the manosphere and yeah, a lot of things about the hygiene things I've seen. It's pretty prevalent. So
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, thanks for that. Now, you can go ahead and continue about the Black women you said are coming around smelling.
yeah, there was one woman actually in the grocery store. I smelled something. She was with her son. I assumed it was the boy, but then the boy passed by and he was holding his nose saying, "Mom, you stink."
No.
Yes.
No,
It was
it's
really
crazy.
bad. It was
Kids
really
are so honest. I love it, but I don't love it because they will be honest with you. They will tell you the truth. Well, about how old was this little boy?
He looked like he was maybe in middle school, maybe
Okay,
13, maybe 12, 13.
okay. So he was a big kid.
Yeah, old enough to know. Because I smelled something when both of them passed by. I didn't know which one it was, but when he said that, I knew.
Well, what kind of an odor was it? Was it like a musky, like your underarm smell, or like down there? Like what kind of an odor was it?
I don't really know. I want to say it wasn't like a body odor smell and it wasn't like a fishy smell. It was just like a stinky, I don't like sometimes if you go to like a rundown grocery store or something, there'll be maybe areas where the store will just stink.
I
It
get
smelled
you.
like that.
So like a sour smell,
Um,
sour mildew type of smell.
Maybe stink, just like a stinky hmm, I don't know, like maybe something stinky, like maybe stinky. I can't really describe it, but it was a stinky like maybe you work around I don't know, like animal innards or intestines or something.
Ew.
Like
Are you
some kind of
serious?
yeah, it's just like it's not like it wasn't a recognizable stink. So I assumed it was the boy. Maybe he just was stinky, but no, it was the woman. So
Hmm.
and she wasn't even fat. She was slender, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't hear her say anything like tell him to stop until like maybe I walked maybe 2 feet away. So
Hmm.
obviously she knows she smelled.
Yeah. I mean, you smell yourself, and that's what I don't understand about a lot of people. You, if we smell you and we over here, I know you smell yourself.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm starting to think because I do smell this more with Black women than I do other races. And I don't know whether Black women just don't know how to wash properly. Like they don't know what products to use. Maybe they're not using the right deodorants. When I wash, I use two body washes. I use one for my whole body, and then I have one for down there, something special to use down there to wash. A lot of women are probably using the wrong body wash, and it's throwing off their pH. Um, I don't know. It's crazy because like it's just more in our community. So
Yeah, and I don't even think it's just that because I remember one woman. I was in a dollar store. She was overweight. She was, that lumpy kind where it's not even a. It's like you're built like the Hamburglar, just
like the
like the
hamburger.
cottage. Yeah, like the cottage, like lumpy, like an hourglass figure. If you just add lumpy, just lumpiness all around. And I
Mhm.
passed by her, and she smelled like she did not wipe after doing number two.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's it. Like they don't wipe. And that's the thing, when you're overweight, and I'm not just saying obese like Lizzo obese. I mean even like the curvy women. You have a big butt or whatever, a big breast. Some women don't clean properly underneath. They don't wash or wipe properly down there. So yeah, of course it's gonna smell. I feel like the bigger the butt, the more smelly, you know what I'm saying, you are. So that's definitely a problem.
Yeah, it's actually to where now when I pass by, not so much men, but definitely women, when I pass by and they're close by, I kind of hold my nose because I don't want to smell whatever wind I pick. No, really, because I really do have a sensitive nose more than other people. I pick up smell more than other people. So
Right.
I will, even if it's just your body wash, like I'll pick up that smell, or just kind of regular, maybe slightly sweaty skin. I pick it up. So I smell
Exactly.
I smell everything, and I don't
Another
want to smell that anymore.
exactly. Yeah, me neither. But let me see some of the comments in the chat real quick because I seen some good ones. Classy perspective. Hey, salute to you. He says overweight, the glands get sweaty. Facts. And that's why you mainly smell bigger women over smaller women. But you know, Molly just said that um the woman that she smelled wasn't even a big girl. So that's not even it. It's a deeper issue
Yeah,
than just
I
being
feel like
overweight.
I'm wondering if maybe she works well, because she was dressed regular. She didn't work. She didn't dress like she was maybe working in like a industrial factory or something. I'm thinking maybe she works in like a dog food factory or something. I don't know, but
Dog food factory.
I don't know,
Yeah.
something where you would be around, or maybe like a fresh fish market or something. But she was wearing like regular clothes, so I don't. It's like maybe you just did not shower today. You're like, oh, I'll just run to the store. No one's gonna notice, but your son did. He told everybody.
Right.
Can you imagine? But can you imagine what it's like? Like if she's walking around in public like that, can you imagine what happens when they go home?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. And I actually have a story about somebody like that who just naturally smells. I'm not gonna say any names because she may be listening. I don't know. But it's this woman I know. She is a friend. No, she's a family member of a friend of mine. Pretty much she's a heavyset woman and she has this smell. I can't explain it. Like she smells like mildew clothes. It's I don't know. It's horrible the smell. Like maybe she smells like she pees on herself, but not as strong. You know, it's just like a hint of like pee and mildew and it's horrible. So anyway, her and her kids smell like that. And
Hmm.
one day I went with her daughter in the house to get something, and the whole house had that odor. So it's her, her kids, the house. It's just an odor that they all carry. I just and it's like when it's time to take her home, like let's say she's at her family member's home and we're having a cookout, no one wants to put her and her kids in a car to take them home because she leaves this crazy odor behind. It's horrible, and and the odor don't go away. You could spray the seats and everything with Febreze, whatever. It does not get rid of it. It'll stand there for like 2 days. And I feel bad because they need to get home. They don't have no way to get home, but no one volunteered to take them home. Um, Also, she brings food to people's cookout, and you got to make sure to ask who made this food. Because you don't want to eat her food. You don't like. And the sad part is, I ate her food once, not knowing it was hers, and it was delicious. I know, I ate it, and I kept going back for more. And then when I found out she made the food, I immediately got sick and started like vomiting the food out. It was that bad. But it's like she's gross.
You're lucky
And
you're alive.
not right. But she's gross and she has to weigh, she's short and she's really big and round. She got to weigh like 300 pounds. So, oh, and her niece tells me a lot of tea. So her niece was like, "Yeah, I was living there because my mom kicked me out, and she stays in her clothes after she pees in them, and she'll walk around the house, and then she'll change. She won't wash. Like she had a whole bunch of horror stories. So it's things like that is the reason why people smell bad. They don't take care of themselves.
Ugh, that's I think that's like mental illness.
I
Like
think so too.
something's going on. That's not
Yeah.
normal. That's like, but that's beyond like normal.
It's not normal at all. It's sad. Like you don't smell yourself, and you got kids, so you had a man. Like I, I don't understand. And from what this person's niece told me, she told me she'd been like that all her life, even when she was younger. She had that odor. I guess because she's so big, it's hard for her to roll out of bed and pee when she gotta go. So she pees on herself. I don't know if she uses like a diaper or anything, but from what I understand, she just pees and goes. So
But even
but
for
it's
people that have that, I mean, even for people that have that, they have pads and things for people who, you know, have trouble like with incontinence. They
hmm
have things for that. So if you really care, you could get those things and still not be walking around with pee clothes. That's not an excuse. That's just not even caring.
you don't even care, and your kids smell like that. Your whole house, it's ridiculous. And she's not even that old. She gotta be 38, 39. It's not like she's an elderly lady. She's just an overweight woman. She just don't care. And I'm just like, why won't her family members say anything? Like,
They
why don't they
probably
say, hey, wash, go take a shower? No one says it. Everybody's so scared.
yeah, that's why I think it might be something else. Like they feel like mentally she's awry. So if they say something, they don't know if that's going to trigger some kind of breakdown. So they're kind of tiptoeing around because that's something maybe like a horrible, deep, dark depression. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
but check this. She's a school lunch aide.
What? She
She's
does
a
the
school.
school
She,
lunch.
she does school lunch, and that's what I don't understand. And another one of my friends work at the school she works at, and said that she be smelling so bad, but serving children food. That's what I don't understand. Like, how is she getting away with this?
How do you get hired?
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you wash for work? Because she goes to work 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and maybe she showers, but it's kind of a light smell at work, so it doesn't smell as strong as it does during cookouts and stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe it's that. Maybe she's spraying perfume to cover it up. I don't know, but I just can't imagine a school lunch lady serving my children if I had any food smelling like that.
That's a health code violation.
Absolutely. That's why I don't understand how it even goes down like that.
Hmm.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's making me think about when I was in school. Now I don't. Well, I'm still alive, so it couldn't have been too bad.
No, it wasn't too bad, but you can't be at school smelling like that around children. But let me ask you this real quick. Do you think um it can be the food that we're eating? Like we're not eating healthy enough as black women. We're going to McDonald's every day. Not eating fruits and vegetables, and a lot of times it comes through your pores. Do you think
Yeah,
that can be a factor?
yes, because I know. I mean, I don't want to single them out specifically, but like people, like sometimes Indian people will have a distinct smell. They eat like a lot of the spicy curries and stuff. It'll
Hmm.
be this like garlic, oniony, strong smell that comes off through their pores. It's not that they don't shower, it's just all the spice and different things. That stuff is strong. It comes out. So, yeah, but even still, I mean, you still shouldn't be smelling like boo boo.
You shouldn't.
That's even with a bad diet, you still shouldn't be smelling like fecal matter. That's
Hmm.
just bad basic hygiene.
Hmm. Yeah, it is. And I do, going back to what we said about heavier women, I do think that because black women have bigger booties and stuff, naturally, maybe that's why a lot of them, like Paul Gang said, have a pungent odor. Because just think of it, your booty hole. I'm sorry, I'm sounding crazy, but you're you got a big booty and it's together. You know what I mean? And it's sweating constantly and it's letting out that odor. You can smell it through your pants. You
Yeah,
know?
and I mean, I know there's one brand that actually sells boob, like it's boob. It's deodorant for boob sweat. It's boob deodorant that they can put under their boobs, and a different deodorant that they can put between their legs for chafing. This I think it's called Mega Babe.
Mm-hmm.
It's they have like regular deodorant, but they have like a under boob thing. I didn't even realize that was a thing, but now I know. I'm like, okay, now I see why they came out with that.
Right, exactly.
I'm smelling under boobs. I'm smelling armpits. I'm smelling
Hmm.
butt hairs. I'm smelling.
Everything. Oh, thanks for that. Especially the hairs down there. It's ladies, it's very important to get your kitty waxed or shaved. Definitely. Because all that hair down there also holds an odor.
It sweats.
It's right, it sweats, and that's why a lot of women are funky down there too.
97 degrees outside, and you have a whole afro down there
Mhm.
sweating.
Exactly. Like, come on, I don't care how good you wash, how much deodorant you put down there, it's not gonna work. You have to shave it. I'm not saying shave it completely bald. You can, I mean, there's cute little designs. You can put a heart down there. Just shave it low, whatever you want to do. If you don't want to, if you don't want to take it all off, don't do it. But definitely shave it low. Me, I shave it off, but that hair gotta go.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
right? And then you gotta make sure when you're getting your Brazilian, you gotta make sure you ask them to turn you around, and it's uncomfortable for those who never got it, but it's very necessary because they'll make you turn around, get on all fours, and they actually no, I'm sorry, that's that way. See, I got it done that way before, but sometimes they'll make you lay down and hold your legs up and then they'll like wax all between in there, and like I said, it's very very uncomfortable, but you will definitely get used to it, ladies. It's very necessary.
Yeah, because it's bad. I mean, it's just been so many times. I remember I was in my car leaving my job once, and some woman just went out in the street. Something was going on with her and her boyfriend. She was standing there up to
Mhm.
my car window, and I could smell her hoo hoo through her clothes, through my car, sitting down through the window.
You serious?
Yes, and it was strong. Like I'm sitting in my car with the window halfway down, and I could smell it.
Ugh. And you
And
said
she
you
had a
should.
and she had a boyfriend with her. She had a, I don't know if it was her baby daddy, boyfriend, whatever. They were having some altercation. I'm like, I'm sitting here smelling this. Do you not smell this? Like,
He has to smell it. But most importantly, she has to smell it.
it was. I mean, I was like, I was responding, but I was trying to like not breathe in through my mouth,
Mm-hmm.
like, like do the turn to the side, take a couple breaths, almost like doing like deep sea diving. Take a couple breaths, come
Yes.
back for air.
I would have rolled my window up, turned my air conditioner on, and that's it. I'm not sitting there smelling nobody's, you know what, through my car window. That's just not happening. But I have a similar story to that. But I actually knew the girl. She was actually somebody I was cool with. And I was like, maybe she has a period. I don't know. But it smelled so bad. But even with your period, you shouldn't be smelling. But it smelled so bad through her jeans when she got in my car. It was me and my mom. My mom was driving, and she sat in the back seat. And she had my whole car smelling like fish.
Oh,
Yes, and my mom, like my mom's not rude, and I'm not rude. So we're just sitting there rolling the windows down. We turned the air conditioner on. We're just trying not to be rude. I didn't want to embarrass her, but I'm just like, oh, like get out, get out. We had to drive her where she had to go, and she got out. Now her problem, and that's another subject. That's another thing I want to talk about, is she had a lot of sexual partners. Um,
oh,
a lot of sexual partners. She has like 10 kids, literally. I think she has 9 kids, not 10. She has 9 kids and she's only in her 30s. 9 kids. And um, it's like all those guys coming in you raw like that. That's another thing that make you smell like fish.
I mean,
So I think that was the problem more so than her having her period.
petri dish of semen.
Yes, yes. And they're letting these guys ejaculating them. They're not going to see the gynecologist regularly every 6 months like they're supposed to do. And a lot of them are carrying STDs, not even knowing that they have them. And that's why it smells so strong. You can take long baths, long showers. That's still not going to help if you are not healthy down there.
That makes a lot of sense. A guy told me this girl he dated gave him gonorrhea, and he said
See?
she didn't know it. Well, I don't know if she smelled, but he said women are. I think he said women are carriers and they don't have symptoms, but men do. I don't know how true that is, but
Hmm.
see, I mean, for he must have had some kind of symptoms to know, and then know, oh, okay, I got it from you. But there has,
Exactly.
I mean, I know they have to have some kind of symptoms that go with them.
I mean, I'm sure they
Most of
do.
them, probably at least.
Yeah, they probably think they just have a normal itch, but it's not a normal itch. It's go to the doctor now, you know. Um, I've heard stories where women douche, which you're not supposed to do either, because your vagina is supposed to clean itself out naturally. You're supposed to wash with the right products, but you're not supposed to douche. You're not. And I learned that from my gynecologist. But I heard that they constantly douche and it still doesn't work. Um, I've heard a story where a woman said she got a tampon stuck in her and didn't know it, which I don't see how that can happen.
Oh, well, that's a.
I mean,
I'll go into that later.
oh no, you can go into it right now since we're on the subject. I mean,
That I tried using them one time. I was scared, but
hmm
I tried. It was painful, so I stopped because it was. I didn't know. Like you put, I'm thinking, oh, you put water on it, maybe that'll make it easier to get in. Nope, it just makes it expand. So I got stuck. kind of halfway. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna touch it because it's painful. Went to sleep, woke up the next day, and I never saw it again.
Did you go to the gynecologist to take it out?
No, but people told me, they said like you would be dead. It must have come out maybe the other, and they said like there's no way you still be alive if it didn't come out.
Oh yeah, definitely. You probably like peed it out or what? You probably took it out before you went to sleep and didn't realize it because you would definitely smell that. You will smell it, or you will feel it. Exactly. Hey, cynical, toxic shock syndrome. That's really a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So it was a good maybe 10 years before I tried that again.
and when you tried it again, now do you use them now, or you still like,
Yeah,
it's not for
yeah, I
me?
do now, but I mean that was like that traumatized me.
Oh gosh. Now I can imagine because when I was young, I only used pads too. I was too scared. But I remember I was going out because I am in the partying industry, where I was a bottle girl and all that. And you have to wear sexy clothes, and you don't want to walk around with a granny panty line on with a pad.
Right.
So my
Everybody sees it.
mom, right? So my mom was like, "Hey, you got to use a tampon," and she showed me how to do it. She was like, "So you take it, you do this, you do that, you push it up." So after I did that, I was in love with tampons. I couldn't put them down because I like to wear tight clothes and cute clothes. So yeah, the tampons work out for me. But if it gets stuck in you, you can definitely have an odor, and it can mess up your what do you call that up there? I'm sorry. Help me out. Help me out, Molly. Help me out.
What's it called? The he said it can. Wait, say that again.
Yeah, the you know what I'm talking. The cervix and all that up in there. It can mess you up. You know,
Oh, if it gets. Oh, okay.
you can
Yeah.
get caught up in there. So you definitely didn't. It definitely didn't stay up in you. Trust me, because you wouldn't know. And Classy said we removed a lot of tampons from the hospital. See, so it is a thing. So yeah, thanks for that, Classy. But yeah, um, I think a
Surgical
problem.
clamp.
Hmm?
He said a surgical clamp.
Had to use a surgical clamp to remove it. Damn. Ay, ay, ay. So did you do it, Classy? Or because I know you're in that field, you do the surgery. So you probably was the one that had to remove it. But that is scary.
Yeah.
Like I can only imagine how painful that is. Yeah, but now another question I have for you is, do you think one of the biggest problems is that Black mothers don't teach their daughters how to clean properly when they're
Yes.
young?
Yes.
Okay, go into that. Elaborate. Why you think?
Because if they did, they wouldn't be doing. I mean, like when it comes to hygiene, okay, a dating, okay, when you're grown, you're gonna do what you want, even if it's not maybe what you were taught. How your lifestyle, okay, that's up in the air. But basic hygiene, come on, that's not like, oh well, my mom taught me how to properly bathe and do this and that and properly eat right, but I decided no, I'd rather be funky. Like nobody chooses that life. Nobody chooses to be funky fresh.
No.
No, nobody chooses that.
Mm-mm.
Well, or if they do, that's they're just sorry. But
Yeah. Some people really don't care, though. We're gonna get into that too, but
yeah, I think that's a big part of it too.
Mhm.
The not caring. I could show you photos I've taken. I
Mhm.
mean, the, like the tight pants yeast infection thing. But I mean, you're walking around. I saw a girl with these shorts, the denim cutoffs where they're cut off so high that literally a good 2 inches of your butt cheeks are out on the bottom.
Mhm. And
Walking around at Victoria's Secret with this ratty weave. I,
oh gosh.
I when you see somebody like that, I'm assuming the hygiene isn't what it needs to be. Cause look how
Of
you
course
look.
not. No, because when you have those shorts on, the middle literally goes up your crotch.
Yeah,
And that will throw off your pH balance terribly.
And it's detergent. That's like laundry detergent that was soaked in those pants, and you just have basically rubbing laundry detergent up against you like that
Hmm.
for 8 hours a day. Like,
Yeah. And you're gonna get a yeast infection. You keep dressing like that because we're women. We've all gotten yeast infections, and it's not pleasant. But you can get a yeast infection from. See me, I think I got it from tight clothes, riding a bike. That's exactly what I got it from. I had on some jeans that were really, really tight. And as I was riding my bike, it was hurting down there. I was like, "Ooh, it hurts," and it was the jean material was just rubbing up against it, and it was just awful. The next day, I woke up in so much pain. Went to the gynecologist because I'm like, "What is going on?" And that's when he told me I had a yeast infection. Thankfully, he gave me a cream and it got rid of it like that within a couple of days. Um, I had no odor because the cream was cleaning it out like really as soon as you used it, it was working magic. But a lot of these women are walking around with yeast infections all the time, not taking care of the problem, just walking around stinking up the whole place, you know, um, and they don't care. They
and you can
just don't.
tell. You can tell. I mean, they walk around. I saw a woman in this store. Literally, she had her little baby with a baby bonnet on the baby's head and a diaper. No
Oh
pants,
gosh.
no pants on the baby, and no shoes. Just a barefoot, bare diaper, bonnet headed baby
Oh
walking around the grocery store or walking around the store.
my God.
And she was on the phone with her mom, talking about, "Oh, mom, I need you to help me find an outfit. You need her to help you do more than that. Help
Right.
her take care of that baby. No pants on the baby and no shoes.
No pants, no shoes with a bonnet. That mother
Yeah,
just don't care.
like." And people were looking. I saw this group of other girls. One of them, she kept looking over. I saw
Mhm.
her, so it's not just me. I'm like, am I
Right.
crazy? It's just
No.
ridiculous.
Just it's crazy. And her little feet are gonna be smelly and dirty and it's just horrible.
The
And
baby
those
deserved better.
the baby deserves so much better. And the baby probably don't even have a father. Because a lot of the times these fathers are teaching their daughters and sons how to wash. I hate to say, because the mothers are not even caring. Like these mothers are not even telling their daughters what's the correct soaps to use down there or wash your hair. They're not teaching them how to wash their hair, what panties to use and not to use. Because, if you use the wrong panties, you can definitely also get yeast infections. Um, it's horrible. They're not even teaching their daughters how to wipe properly. Some women our age don't even know how to wipe properly.
I can smell.
Yeah. It's like you smell like a public toilet. Like why?
And just even being in girls' bathrooms, there's so many girls' bathrooms that are just nasty.
Disgusting.
Like, and there was one time where I went, the women's was not working or something, or they were filled. You went in the men's and it was much cleaner.
Hmm.
I was like, whoa.
It's horrible. Yeah, the men are cleaner. The men's bathrooms don't be having poop all over the wall and blood everywhere. Like
Yeah, like, oh, just, and then throwing tissue on the, tissue and stuff on the floor, the
mhm,
tampons hanging out of the little basket thing, or trying to flush them down the toilet.
mhm.
Just, oh,
Let's face it, a lot of black women are nasty, just plain nasty.
yeah.
Um, they're not brushing their teeth like they're supposed to. They're not flossing. They're not brushing twice a day. They're not rinsing their mouths out properly. Um, I have another story for you where they're not using the right deodorants. Like I was on a cruise. I think I told you this. I think I told everybody this in movie night, but they were on like one of them little cruises around New York City. It's like a party boat going around, and we were all on the dance floor dancing and everything. This woman underarm smelled so bad. She made the whole dance floor cleared out, and she was the only one on the dance floor. Everyone was sitting down, and she was dancing. And I overheard one of her friends that came with her say that she's natural. She's not using the correct deodorant, and I'm like, so I know they have natural deodorants that keep you from smelling like that. I know they do.
Well, that the one she's using isn't working.
Yeah, it's not exactly. It's
A
not
lot of them
working.
don't. They have to. A lot of not all of them work the same. Believe me, because I've heard that was from someone else too. Someone's all about the natural mineral stone, but they're still walking around funky. So
Hmm. Yeah, you funky. You knew you were coming on a little party boat going around the city. You knew it. So why wouldn't you make sure you're extra like clean? Take a shower, put the correct deodorant on, brush your teeth, like take the steps. It's just normal steps. Like this is something you do when you wake up every morning. The first thing you do is brush your teeth after you eat. You brush your teeth and then you take a shower. That should be a natural thing for women, but it's not. Apparently for black women, it's just not. I've heard some black women say that they wash once every 2, 3 days. I've heard it out of their own mouths.
but why? I
I
don't.
I don't know. Like they're like, oh, I didn't do anything too crazy. I just got up and went to work. It's not like I went to the gym or
What?
I've heard people say that. It's not like I was out running around or I don't have a crazy job where I'm working outside. I just go sit in the office. Like this is the type of things you hear in the black community with the women. But did you not use the toilet? Did you not poop and pee? Did you not go outside where the air is polluted? I mean, you got to think of these things.
Can you
So,
imagine dating someone like that?
oh man, I can't imagine. Like, take,
Hmm.
take 2 showers a day, one in the morning and one at night. It's especially in the summertime. Like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. During the winter when it's cold, I may just take one shower a day because it's cold. I'm not doing anything, so I might just take one shower when I wake up, and before I go to bed, I'll like, wash off or something like that. But in the summertime, mandatory 2 showers because you're gonna sweat. You're definitely gonna sweat during the day.
Yep.
You know. So, oh, another thing I want to ask you about: weaves and wigs holding odor. What's your take on that?
There's definitely a smell that they have.
Hmm.
It's a smell. You know it when you smell it. I mean, you do when you know that smell. It's a distinct smell.
Yes, it
And
is.
it's always the ratty looking ones where it's like it looked like they took it off of like a doll's head
Yeah.
that was in the
Yes.
garage for 12 years and they just put it on their head and it's just like at
Yes.
some at some point maybe it's time to take it out. At
Hmm.
some point you look like you got in a fight and lost.
Exactly.
Like you'd
Like
rather do that than have just put it in a puff. Like it's not that serious.
put it in a puff and it's not anything wrong. I love extensions. There's nothing wrong with wearing extensions at all. But all right, when you put your weave, because a lot of women like getting the full weaves. I don't like full weaves. I like partials when I do get them, and I also like clip-ins. Those are my two go-to extension styles. But these women are getting these full sew-ins that's not leaving any of their hair out, and they're wearing them for 2 to 3 months at a time, right? And then they're not washing them every 2 weeks like you're supposed to. Like it's maintenance involved in getting sew-ins. So you're supposed to go to the back to the salon every 2 weeks, get it washed, or every week, whatever your routine is, or do it yourself. That's what I do when I get my hair done, extensions, whatever. I do it myself. I wash it. I do all that. these women are not washing their hair. And then when they take their sew-ins out, all that dirt and nasty, smelly stuff is just pouring down their back and pouring on the floor. I've seen it in the hair salons. It's
On the
disgusting.
floor.
All over the floor. Like, when I go to the hair salon and get my hair done, sometimes there's women in there getting their weaves taken out. And when I tell you, as soon as they cut the tracks out, it's white and it's like a cruddy white substance, like all over the braids. And then once you watch the hairstylist take the braids down, all you see is flakes and crud just falling to the
Ooh.
floor where they have to sweep it up real quick. It'd be all over their clothes,
Oh my
back,
gosh.
floor. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And
That's that's just sorry. That's just sorry.
yeah, it's crazy. And we have somebody, a black woman, that must be wearing weaves in a chat. Y'all must be bored. No, it's cool. We're not bored. We're just having a conversation. It's a much needed conversation about women in our community. We're tired of seeing women who look like us just not caring about their hygiene, not caring about the way they look. We're tired of it. So of course we're gonna talk about it. It's affecting us as black women. So yeah, this is a much needed conversation.
And it's
But
just so, it's almost, I don't know if it's secondhand embarrassment, but it's just like
oh,
you see them
definitely.
smelling and you know other people are smelling them too.
Yeah. And the embarrassing thing is you have other races of women on TikTok. I don't know if you be seeing the TikTok stories and Instagram talking about this.
Oh,
You
I
know,
haven't seen that.
yeah, I'm gonna try to pull it up later. But you have women talking about how black women weaves, they're trying to look like us, and it's disgusting and all this other stuff. Like, you hear a lot of stories like that from other races of men and women. It's just embarrassing.
It is. It's and it's. I don't- I just don't understand. Like, why? Like, even like I would feel uncomfortable just people staring at you. Like when you go out, people look at everybody's staring at you. People are talking about like that right there would shame me into not doing that ever again.
Exactly. It's just, and I'm just looking at this woman and just a dry. What did he say? He said it was dry pus. I saw a comment. The doctor, classy perspective. He said that's dry pus. See, that's nasty.
Dry, wait, on their scalp when
Yeah,
the
like when all
flakes.
those flakes and everything just pour
Oh,
down.
pus, like when a pimple pops, pus.
Yes, he's saying that's dry pus
Ew.
that comes out of your head. And then he says that hair can also cause cancer and alopecia. I have heard of that. Women lose.
He made a good point. He said, weaves knock off your pH balance because that's been cut off a dead body and dead animals.
Right, and that's why it smells. Yeah. And that's why you have to wash it. You have to maintain it. It's nothing wrong with wearing weaves once in a while and extensions because we all have done it. I do it still. I love clip-ins, tape-ins. I love all that. Especially when you're into partying, going out, having a good time. You want to change up your looks and you don't want to dye your real hair, so you're going to put those extensions in your hair. But ladies, wash your hair. That's all we're asking. Maintain your hair. Wash the weaves. Wash your hair underneath. Because that is just nobody want to smell that.
And
And
they
if
don't care.
they don't care. They
It's
don't.
they're wearing those a lot. I'm not gonna say all, but a lot I know for a fact are wearing those because they don't want to be bothered, dealing with their hair every day. I get it, but it gives almost an excuse to just be lazy. Like, oh, okay, I'll just put a weave in, and I don't have to just do anything for like 6 months or something. Like,
Yeah, like don't be lazy, ladies, especially the wigs. Like, okay, I'm all for the extensions and the partial weaves and all that. But the wigs, to just take a wig, plop it on your head and go when you have a head full of hair underneath is no excuse for that. Um, I mean, unless you have like alopecia or a problem with your scalp, like cancer or something like that, then I can see you doing it because that's what wigs were made for in older people. But if you're a young person with a head full of hair, take care of your hair. Wash it, braid it up, do hairstyles. It's nothing wrong with that. And then if you want to throw a wig on once in a while, okay, or you want to get your hair done once in a while. But there's women who do this every single day of their lives. You'll never see their real hair.
Yep.
And then, right? And then that's why it holds an odor.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can tell they don't take care of it because even the weeds, you'll see the glue on the top and everything. It'll be all crusty looking. Like, if that's how their fake hair looks, they're not taking care of their real hair.
At all. At all. And putting glue in your hair is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my life. Why would
Um,
you want to do that?
this girl actually told me she permed her edges, and then
Wow.
she was asking me, "What can I do?" I'm like, "Nothing. I mean, you already permed them. Why would you perm your edges? Why
Right.
would you do that?" I think she was trying to maybe do the baby hair thing, but it's like it's not that serious.
It's not. All to look like another race because you're not happy with looking like yourself.
Right. And I remember when I was in school, there were some girls that, I remember one, I knew what she was trying to say. Have you ever thought about getting like a texturizer? Like, I knew what she meant by that. Have you ever
Mhm.
thought about like not wearing your hair the way you do now? But I didn't, I was like, no, I'm actually fine with it the way it is. And then maybe by the end of that year, my hair had grown past my shoulders and hers was breaking off. Like,
Yeah.
who's the bigger idiot here?
Mhm. And the crazy thing is that black women can grow your hair. My hair is long. At one point, my hair was to my butt when I was younger. Now it's not because, of course, I cut it. Now it's like to the middle of my back. But black women can grow their hair just like every other race of women. We just don't take care of it. We're putting these cancerous chemicals in our hair that is proven. If you look it up, it's proven that relaxers and perms are causing cancer in black women. And there are a lot of lawsuits out as well. If you want to look that up, it's out there. Um, but yeah, we're doing all this just to look foreign, just to look like something you're not. And then your hygiene is just your pH balance is off, or your hair and your edges fell out. It's not worth it.
And I don't understand why, like somebody said earlier, they're not going to the gynecologist or something. Like, why? Like you, I mean, at least to get like the pap smear or whatever, you're supposed to get those every few years. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah, you have to. But every 6 months, you should just go and check down there and make sure everything is healthy. So because cervical cancer is a big thing amongst African American and Black women in general. So it's very important to go and get checked, get your pap smears. Like, you should never miss those appointments. Never. And Mills, as far as too much tobacco, we say too much tobacco contributes to questionable hygiene. Exactly. It does. It really does. And that's why I'm glad I don't smoke marijuana. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke hookah. I don't smoke any of that.
Oh, that's another thing. They stink when they smoke.
Mm-hmm.
It smells. I know what it smells like. It's that weed smell. It's a combination of musty armpits and
Mm-hmm.
lemongrass. That's what it smells like.
Lemongrass.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I
Literally, it's like
do.
it's like a lemongrass mixed with must.
I know the smell. And then not only that, but that makes your teeth yellow. It makes your breath smell bad every time you speak. people are backing up because your breath just stinks naturally. It makes your, did I say it makes your lips black?
No.
Okay, it makes your lips black and it makes your eyeballs yellow. You ever seen a smoker with yellow eyeballs?
Uh, well, I haven't looked at them that closely. I try to stay away from them when I smell them
Mm-hmm.
because it smells and it's so strong. It's just like everybody in the room can smell.
Everybody can smell it. And it's gonna get, that's another thing. When people are smoking around you and now you smell like smoke, it's all in your clothes, it's all in your hair, and then you gotta go around people smelling like that. That's really embarrassing.
I don't like, and they just they don't even care. Like they'll roll up to just McDonald's. They'll go in the grocery store. You can tell they just smoked and they're just walking around looking for snacks. You stink.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
stink.
Yes. And I have a really embarrassing story. I was around someone and they were smoking marijuana, and I was close to them, and it was all in my clothes and my hair. So we was in Atlantic City, and I'm walking through the casino, and I hear people saying, "Oh, she smell like weed." Like they, as I'm walking by, I hear these comments people are making. She must have had some good stuff. And I'm just like, "Oh my god!" Like now I stink because I was standing next to somebody smoking weed.
Um,
Now I stink, and I gotta wear that walking through the casino, looking all cute but stinking because you wanted to
yeah,
sneak up in my hair and my clothes.
yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know it was that odorous that could get on other people. But yeah, mm, you know what? GC told me to stay away from guys that smoke anyway. So
Mhm.
so I
Yeah.
don't even have to deal with that.
It's really bad. And the craziest thing is, it's the prettiest, cutest girls that have the worst hygiene. Did you notice that a lot of times?
I've just noticed it just all throughout. The prettiest, the ugliest, the most average, the fattest, the skinniest. It's
Mhm.
just a herd of rhinoceroses just stinking.
Yeah. Yes, but I've seen pretty girls, like really pretty, what the manosphere would call eights, nines, and tens, um, in clubs, in strip clubs. You ever been to a strip club?
Once.
Yeah, but you go to a strip club, those women are pretty, but they stink. I'm
Oh,
gonna say like eighty
I would,
percent of them stink.
I
Like,
would, I would, I wouldn't want. I kind of automatically assumed that,
hmm
and just the idea of like them serving food. I'm like, I don't want food served around a bunch of women that have been naked up there.
no,
No, I'm not just gonna sit there and eat hot wings and just no.
I mean, come on, that's gross. And just thinking about it, like, oh, the funk, the aroma, and you sitting there eating. Oh gosh, it's disgusting.
I could imagine because they're rubbing up all against different people and they're wearing those, I'm probably sure really tight stuff. They may or
hmm
may not have, if they're in a rush, they probably threw something on they wore maybe the day before. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. And then these guys are all up on them. They're giving them lap dances. Some
Yeah,
of them even going in the back and getting it on. Like,
they're probably ugh. I saw the one time I was in, I saw a patron lady, just a regular woman, uh, finger, um, one of the exotic dancers. She right in
what?
front of me.
Ooh,
Like I
that's nasty.
so I
I,
won't be going in.
well, I have a story, and even Blue will tell you. It's a guy. I don't know if you know him, named Blue. He be on here. A while ago. We went to a strip club together, and one of his friends took the stripper's booty with a thong and put his face between her booty cheeks and be like, like
Oh,
all in her booty. And I'm like, ew. We looked at each other. We was like, are they serious? Is he serious? It was
Well,
disgusting. Ugh.
did he have anything brown on his face afterwards?
Probably. I couldn't see because the lights were out, but like, you know, how the lights are dim. But I was like, ew, this woman been sweating for hours, shaking her booty. You don't know if she went in the back and got it on with another guy. You don't
Or
know
even the
what.
bathroom? She probably went to the bathroom at some point.
Exactly. And you just put your face in between her booty cheeks and be like, blah, 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 blah. It was
Ooh.
like, ew. It was disgusting. Like, ugh.
No, I'm sure they do. I've heard of someone, doing jugs on top of one of a stripper's butt, so I could believe they do all kinds of nasty stuff.
I'm telling you, girl, is not. And I worked at a strip club before, believe it or not. I was serving drinks. I was a bartender, and that only lasted for a couple of months because strippers are natural born haters, but we're not gonna go into that. But yeah, I seen a whole bunch of stuff go down, and believe me, it's not cute. So those women have like the worst hygiene in there.
Oh, I could believe it.
Hmm.
Oh,
It's gross.
well, yeah, I mean, well, to be honest, I would expect that out of a strip club. I just expect that, but just on the street, like just regular stores, like, come on, like, you should not be smelling like you did not wipe yourself. Come on, I mean, wiping properly, just basic wiping. Oh my gosh, that is just so. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how disgusted I was because I already automatically assume women that huge smell.
Hmm.
So walking by and smelling that odor of, like, obviously you did number two when you just did not wipe,
You just didn't
and
wait.
it lingered for a minute. I was like, ugh. I went to like the totally opposite checkout lane. They're like, oh well, this one is shorter. Nope, I'm good.
Right. And it's like, and you know they have poop stains all in their panties. You know.
Yeah, and they're not throwing them away either.
No, they're not throwing. They're keeping them. They're rewashing them, and that
Mm.
odor is still in their panties. And have you ever smelled like a clean, funky smell? Like it smells like they washed their clothes, but you can just smell all that nasty booty stains and all that stuff. You smell it.
Fortunately, not, but I could understand.
Oh yes, yeah. I mean, I'm around stuff like that all the time here in Jersey. I don't know about where you at, but it's just disgusting, and they don't
Yeah.
care.
And I wonder when they have those super long nails,
Hmm.
I wonder, like, how are you able to, you know, use the tissue paper or
Like
baby
those Cardi
wipes?
B nails where you gotta wipe, you gotta
Yeah.
you gotta wrap the toilet paper around your hand and make
Oh,
sure
that's how
you
they
get
do
every.
it?
I have long nails. They're my natural nails, but they're long now. But they're not like Cardi B long. But
Okay.
um, you got to constantly wash your hands when you have long nails, constantly, like more than normal, especially like after you eat and stuff, because you don't want like dirt and food to pile up under your nails. Also, when you wipe, my nails aren't long, so I guess this doesn't apply to me. They're not long like that, but I just make sure I'm good. Like when I wrap the toilet paper around, I wrap it and then I wipe like that. Um, and it's very important to wash your hands afterwards, whether you have long nails or very short nails. Um, I guess it can happen. You can get poop underneath your nails, and we don't want to do that as women. We want to be as clean as possible. But don't women with them Cardi B nails and the ones that's curving like that, and
Yeah,
then
the
when you look
curve, that
underneath,
shape.
yeah,
Like,
and you look. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
it's just dirt and stuff gets under the. You can't get all that out under the nail when they have the face. I mean, I don't think it's possible to get all that out that's under there because some of that, it's right where your nail bed is. Like, so that
Hmm.
stuff is caked up under there
It's disgusting.
for how long you're wearing them and.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah.
Right. And the crazy part is when you go get I get my nails done every 2 weeks. It's very important that they clean underneath your nails. Like I make sure they take that little long thing and get under the nails, and you know they do them really good. I've seen some nail salons where they just did the refill and they put the acrylic on or whatever, and then you just go without even cleaning under your nails. But when you have nails, whether long or short, it's just very important that you take care of hygiene, period. Because if you don't, it's gonna be a disaster. So
Yeah, and if they're not, and that reminds me, like, just, using a nail brush, scrub it under there. If
yes.
they're not, then your hands aren't really clean. I remember I was in the bathroom one time, and this girl, she walked out, she started walking out, didn't wash her hands, and then she said, "Oh, right, my hands," or something. She said something, went back. I'm like, no, no, you just did that because you saw me standing here.
Yeah.
You were trying to save face. If I wasn't standing here, she was just gonna walk out.
I've seen that so many times when women didn't even realize I saw them. Like I was in the stall and a woman would leave the stall while I'm still in it and they would just walk right out the bathroom without washing their hands. And a lot of these women won't even flush the toilet. That's how trifling they are.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, it is like, oh my, it gets to where I'm like, when I go to a restroom, I'm like, okay, make eye contact forward. Don't even look in the bowl. Or
Mm-mm.
it's just good. That image is just in my head for the rest of the day.
Exactly.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
goodness. Um, so one more thing I wanted to touch on, and then do you mind if I open up the panel for a little bit?
Sure.
Where you go? Okay. I wrote it down. Where is it? Oh, I wanted to ask you, what methods do you use to maintain a healthy hygiene?
I think you were saying something like a specific soap. Like, I'm, I have sensitive skin, so I have to use the sensitive skin soaps anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that, water, baby wipes. That's a big one. I always
Yeah,
use baby wipes.
same
Um,
here.
yeah, like regular dry wiping. It's just not this. I notice a difference between using baby wipes and using dry tissue.
It's a big difference.
Very
But
big
you
difference.
use tissue first and then you use the wipes, right? That's how I do it.
I actually do the opposite. I use
Really?
the wipe. Yeah, I use the wipes first because I use the wipes first, and then I do the tissue afterwards because I don't like that wet feeling, like I've been just licked
Oh yeah.
where I'm wet.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, I do either or. I do it both ways. But as long as you're using them wipes,
Yeah.
girl, that's good hygiene right there.
Oh, and making sure after showering, making sure use a towel to dry the private area, because that's not supposed to be wet, because that gets mildewy and um, I think the doctor told me like that it's not supposed to be wet because it can cause bacteria and stuff.
Yes,
So
and the yeast infection. Yes.
you know,
Yeah, that's
and
a quick way to get a yeast infection.
and
Anything with
don't wear like silk or satin
yes.
panties. Like it has to be like cotton, something breathable, because
Yes.
silk and stuff is no air, nothing circulating at all.
Hmm.
Sometimes in the summertime, I don't even, well, sometimes in the summertime, if I'm wearing like a,
Hello? Hello? You're Borgin. We didn't hear what you said. You there, Molly? Well, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, while we're waiting for Molly to come back, let's start with Hustler because he came first. Hey, Hustler.
What's up, Melody? Love what you're telling me. The way you kill it, that's a felony.
Melanie. I love it. What's going on?
I'm all right. Damn, no kill 'em sweet tonight again.
Well, he'll be up. He'll be up. He's gonna come
Yeah,
up here. He said,
it ain't kill 'em sweet without both of y'all.
"Thank you."
Yeah, but about this hygiene thing, my only pushback is this. She said people weren't taught how to wash up. I don't know. Maybe this is just but this is just me personally. all it takes is just common sense to know to wash your ass before you leave the damn house to go anywhere. Seriously, you a grown ass man or woman, a grown adult. Anybody got to tell you to wash up before you go to the store, wash up before you go to school or go to a meeting? Come on. People should know that. People should already know you're supposed to go outside the house clean, whatever. Now, granted, some folks get lazy. I get that. But come on. You ain't got to teach nobody to wash up. I wash my ass even when I don't go out the house. So, hey.
Well, what we meant by teaching someone when you're a kid, if you have a good mother, she's going to teach you how to tell you how to wipe properly. She's going to tell you that you need to use wipes. If you're a woman, if you have a vagina, you have to wipe, you know. She'll tell you what kind of panties to use, what kind of deodorant. That's definitely a thing. Mothers should teach their daughters, especially daughters, sons and daughters, but definitely their daughters, how to wash.
Okay, I feel you on that one. I
Yeah.
thought you meant the basic consensus as far as personal hygiene goes,
Well, that is the basic for a woman. It's very important how to use a tampon or a pad, and what washes to use down there, what shampoos to use. That's very important as a woman or as a little girl, because that is really a thing that some girls don't know how to wash properly or wipe properly. That's a thing in our community. But Molly is back. I just want her to finish this question, and then we're going to move on to Gloctavius.
Okay, let me say this real quick.
Oh, okay.
Because I was listening in on the stream earlier, and man, golly, them stories y'all told made me nauseous. Golly.
Yeah.
My Lord. My God Almighty. I remember maybe I chimed out earlier, but she mentioned something about a lunch lady who smelled horrible serving kids food. Seriously, if I got a child and I found out the lunch lady don't wash her ass, I'm sorry, I'm pulling my child out of that school. That ain't happening. You're not finna get my child sick because you want to keep your body nasty. There's a reason why these restaurants, whether it be fast food joints or the high profile restaurants, tell their employees to wash their hands prior to serving food. There's a reason for that, so you don't get no diseases or anything in the damn food.
Exactly. And that was my point. Like, how is she even serving lunch and you don't even wash? You don't wash your hands. It was just mind-boggling to me. But it is a story.
Either y'all gonna fire that damn lunch lady or I'm pulling my child out of that school. That ain't happening. Not on my watch.
All right, but let's get back to Molly real quick, and then we're gonna go to Gloctavius. So, you were in the middle of answering my question. You want me to repeat it?
No, I remember. So
Okay.
yeah, I do that. I actually use baby powder like during cycle times. I put baby powder down there.
I want to say this to you. I don't know if you knew this, but it was actually giving people cancer, baby powder.
Even the
Look into
kind,
it.
even the kind with just like cornstarch, not the
talc.
Yeah, like the regular cornstarch kind.
I don't know about that. I just know Johnson's. Remember that commercial, Johnson and Johnson? They was giving women cancer, cervical cancer. I don't know about that kind, but I would definitely do some research on it.
Yeah, I might have
If I
to.
were you. Yeah, because I used to use powder too. My mother, that's one of the things my mother taught me, to use powder down there. But after I started seeing those commercials and I did my research, I was like, okay, no, I'm not using this anymore. So what I do use is the Summer's Eve feminine spray. I'll use that. And I wash with Lemisol. You ever heard of Lemisol?
Limassol. No, what is that a natural food soap?
It's from the Dominican Republic. It's a soap that they use there just to wash down there. It leaves it minty, like it feels minty and clean, and apparently it tastes minty too. But it's a good like soap to use down there. I've been using that for years. It comes straight from the DR, and it's a good soap to use. So look that up. You can get it. You can actually even get it off of Amazon. The small bottles.
Limassol.
Lemisol.
Limassol.
Allium Limassol, yeah. Just say that in Google. Give it a try.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that, but soaps I will use down there are like the natural soaps, like um stuff that's safe for people who have like eczema and stuff, like natural oat soaps that are made from oat, um goat milk soaps, the soap bars, like those that are all natural made. Because I
Mm,
feel like that is pretty much, or even black soap, because that's,
I like black soap.
yeah, I mean, it's like coconut oil, some other palm oils and stuff. It's not any chemicals or anything added to it. So,
Yeah, coconut oil is the best oil ever. So that's what I use for my skincare. Instead of lotion, I use coconut oil. It keeps my skin baby soft.
yeah,
And,
I have to get,
I oil from top to bottom. I even put it in my face at night, the coconut oil. I wash my face with coconut oil and I sleep overnight with it. And then in the morning, you'll use your normal face wash and you wash it off. And it keeps it soft. And it's supposed to keep the dark circles away from under your eyes. And it's supposed to keep you from getting wrinkles fast.
yeah, it's a good, it's, I think it's one that it actually moisturizes, not just the sealant.
Yeah.
I can't use it much on my body because of my eczema. It'll just,
Oh,
I'm
damn.
allergic to it. But like under my eyes, I don't think it'll cause me problems there.
No,
But I
don't use
definitely
it.
can in my hair or my skin.
Yeah. Oh, it's good in your hair too. It keeps it strong, like
Yeah.
strong and healthy, But yeah, thanks for that, Beth. That was actually a great answer that you gave. Um, but I'm gonna go to Young East next. Hey, Young
Oh,
East.
I
Oh,
have one
yes,
more
of
thing.
course. Uh-huh.
Getting a nail brush. They have them at the dollar store. Just a little scrub brush you can
Mm-hmm.
use when you wash your hands. I just in the morning, I use warm water and take soap and scrub under my nails to get all the dirt and stuff from under my nails. Because
Yes,
it doesn't, especially as a woman, it doesn't look good having dirty nails like that.
at
Dirt under
all.
your
No, it
nails.
doesn't.
At all. And it's nasty. Like you gotta cook food, and especially if you have somebody to cook for, like a husband, a boyfriend, or kids, you want to make sure that your nails are clean, very clean.
Exactly.
You
And I've
know?
said this before. I don't care if your nails are polished or pedicure. As long as your nails clean, you good in my book. Cause seriously, I've seen some females with some dirty ass nails. I'm like, oh God,
Yeah, especially
that's
those Cardi B
unacceptable.
nails. Them long Cardi B nails. Those be the
What's the
nasty.
point of wearing them long nails anyway?
I don't know. I guess they look good. I mean,
I
some
saw a
men.
video of a girl trying to pump gas with them long ass nails on, and she was struggling like a mug.
Okay, that's nasty. Yeah, but y'all hear that, ladies? So you gotta wash, keep your nails clean, shower with the right soaps, use natural oils, um, use tampons correctly, use pads correctly,
Oh,
wash your hair.
one more thing.
Uh-huh.
Dispose of tampons and pads correctly.
Yes, exactly.
Huh?
She said dispose of tampons and pads correctly.
Throw them
Um,
away.
yeah, throw them
Yeah,
away.
but before you throw them away, you're not just supposed to just pull it out and throw it in the garbage and just leave it sitting there. So anybody in your place goes by and they see a bloody tampon in the garbage can,
It's disgusting.
yeah, wrap it up with tissue paper, wrap it up enough so there's no blood or anything you see, and then throw it away.
Or
Yeah.
put it in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, well, however you
Exactly.
throw it away, yeah, exactly. But make sure it's thrown away where no one can see it, because nobody want to walk past and see your bloody pad and tampon on top of the garbage. That's not what they want to see
Or smell.
or
You
smell
know
it.
what? It's funny. I had a buddy of mine that said he went to a chick's house and he actually saw that. He saw a used tampon or some pads in her little mini dumpster that she keep by the front door. I'm like, oh my god.
By the front door? Oh my gosh.
Right.
Yeah, it's the freaking front door.
Mm-mm.
Right when you go in, you know exactly what you're getting into.
Right. Nasty. But also brush twice a day and floss. because I know a lot of people do not floss, but it's very important. You got to get in between your teeth, because imagine going days with stuff stuck in between your teeth. Your breath is going to smell. That meat is old in your mouth. And you're talking to people in their face and they're backing up because your breath stink. So definitely floss. And I know a lot of people don't, because I didn't for a long time when I was younger, but my dentist used to stress to me, you got to floss. You have
Yep.
to floss. And, and it's easy. All you got to do is take the floss, wrap it around your fingers, and you saw it into your tooth, because it's kind of hard to get it up, especially if you have no gaps. And then you just saw, and you go from the left, and you go from the right, and you get all against it, and you pull it out, and you have another piece of the string. You roll your hand up, your finger up. I don't know if I'm saying this like easy to follow,
No, I know what you're
but
saying, but you know
yeah,
what?
that's how you do it.
For people whose teeth are real tightly close together, they sell unwaxed dental floss. You can get it. I got some on Amazon, real cheap. Unwaxed dental floss. It's a lot smaller and thinner than regular floss. It's
Mm-hmm.
easier to get in between your teeth when your teeth are real close together like that.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm
Yep.
gonna try that out, because I have a gap in the front, but all my other teeth are close.
Yeah,
It's
I
that
have to
one
use
gap.
that because regular floss is just too hard. It's much easier.
It is hard. And they also have the ones that's on the stick, the bag of the ones that you can just take it and then you floss like that, if you don't want to sit there and wrap it around your fingers. So
Yeah,
you can
they
use that as
say my dentist says those aren't any good, but I'd rather someone use that than nothing.
exactly.
Because at least you'll get the big stuff out with those.
Right, exactly. And then when you brush, don't just take the toothbrush and go side to side, side to side. That's not how it works. You got to make sure you're like getting your gums, getting all up in your gums and all at the bottom of your gums, and brushing a circular motion. And don't
Mhm.
brush too hard, because when you brush too hard, you're taking the enamel off your teeth.
Yep.
That's what the dentist was telling me, because my teeth were very sensitive at one point in time, and my gums were bleeding and everything. So I had to actually, oh, who left? Who just left? Oh, that was this guy. Okay, he already
Okay.
went. But yeah, all of that is very important.
And the tongue. Get the tongue.
And the tongue. And it right. The tongue is the most important thing, because if you don't get your tongue, your breath is gonna stink.
The bacteria is just sitting on your tongue all day, all night.
Exactly. And that's why a lot of people's tongue be white. You ever see that?
Yeah, it'll be on the sides, that white kind of caked up looking stuff.
Yes. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Ugh.
yuck. But let's
Ugh.
go with Glocktavius. Hey Glock.
Yo,
Yo, what's going on?
what's up? What's up? You know what, yo? It is so ironic that you're talking about this. It is so
Why?
ironic
Why?
because because I went on a date like yesterday. It's like
God.
Friday night, Saturday morning. That's how long the date lasts. Listen, okay? Went
Mm-hmm.
on a date with this chick. All right. Listen, she asked me out. Right. Went on a date, and before she asked me out, she told me I ain't gonna give you no pussy.
Uh-oh.
Right? That's what she told me. I swear to God, she told me that shit. And I was
Oh,
like,
let's
ah,
keep it clean though.
huh?
Let's use other words.
Oh, I'm sorry. She
Nah, it's
said she
cool.
don't give me no cutty. She said she was gonna give me no cutty. Now we started talking because she seen that I worked out. She was like, "Oh, we could work out together." Da da da. And then she's like, "Who? Let me give you my number." So I was like, "All right." And she gave me her number. And then she's like, "Oh, I ain't gonna give you no pussy." And I was like, "All right, that's fine. You ain't gotta give me no cutty." And then she was upset about me saying that, by the way, which is Anywho, a long story short, let's make this long story short. So we had sex. We smashed, right? We smashed. It lasted Saturday morning. We was drunk all night. Anywho, it's good that you're talking about this hygiene joint, right? Because her coochie, it didn't smell right, bro.
What?
It didn't smell right. It didn't smell right. Um, we went out. We went out to like some cheap spot. Went out to like Fridays or something, right? Um, shout out to her because I paid and then we went out. We went to another spot. She bought some drinks. Anywho, listen, we ended up having sex in the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I it smelled a little bit before in the car. I guess it got worse as time went by. You know what I'm saying? Now to be fair, this chick was black and like Spanish. She was a mix of things. I didn't know what the hell she was. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, we had a sex, right? And it wasn't as bad like I had to hold my breath. It wasn't that bad, but it was still enough for you to, get going back to this hygiene joint. It was still enough for you to notice. You feel me? Like,
Yes.
listen, listen, she's a bit of a wild chick. She's a bit of a wild chick because we started having sex in the parking lot, right? Like I
Mm-hmm.
pulled over to like a little dark spot. We started having sex in the parking lot, and then we stopped because there was people walking around, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
when we stopped, you know what this chick started doing? We
What?
chill for a second. She started playing with her pussy, like in my car, like playing with her shit. And I'm looking at her like, God damn, like I'm intrigued, but I'm like, you can't wait, huh? Like I'm intrigued, right? And like she was really going, like playing with her shit, playing with her shit. And I'm just staring at her with the weird look with my mouth open, like, you not gonna wait? Like she just kept going, going, going. So I was like, I might as well oblige. So I tried to help her. I tried to put my finger where it was at. That was a bad mistake, right? Because I
Mm-hmm.
came up and my hand smelled like fucking bacalao. It smelled like,
Oh
it ain't
God.
smell. You get it? Yo, this just
Oh
happened
gosh.
yesterday. It happened yesterday. I should have got like yesterday night or something. Right. Anywho, um, so after it cleared out, we started having sex again. I was happy about that. You know, she was wild. Like I sat in the front passenger seat. She was outside the door. She was sitting on my shit. It was good. It was good. I ain't gonna lie. Anywho, then we like, you know what? We might as well finish up at your spot. So we went back to her spot, right? And her father was home. She got kids. This chick like got like 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, I gotta
Wow.
wait for the kids to go to school. So I'm in the car waiting. I still smell a little bit because of her. Anyway, I'm in the car waiting. I damn near fell asleep. Morning happened. I was drunk anyway. So anyway, after the kids left, after her father left out, I went into her apartment and we started. Listen, she started sucking. Listen, she started sucking
Hold
my
on.
joint,
Wait,
right?
wait, wait.
And
Okay, okay. You keeping it
this
clean.
is the
Okay.
point I wanted to bring up. This is the point. Besides everything I said, this is the point. She started sucking my joint after her coochie stink. And you know what? You know what she said? She was like, "Oh, I could taste you on me. I could taste me on you."
Oh
You know,
my God. Can you hear me?
yo,
Because I just put. Wait, hold on.
yo,
Hold on? Can you guys hear me? Because I just put on my headphones.
yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, Molly, what's your take on that whole
Wait,
story?
I'm not finished. I'm not finished. She was tasting it. Now, shout out to the chicks that taste they coochie off of your dick. Shout out to that. But my thing is, you don't smell how bad it is, how bad you are coming off on me, and you're sucking the joint. Now, you know what she told me on a date? She told
What's
me,
that?
oh, she said, oh, if you show me some paperwork, I'll go out in the car and I'll suck you off right now. I was like, paperwork? What type of paperwork are you talking about? She talking about STD paperwork. So I'm thinking, oh, this chick either clean or she think I'm dirty at the time. So I'm like, I ain't got that, but that didn't matter because she still was blowing quickly. You feel me? Now, now, it's funny, like you said, it's funny that you bringing up all this hygiene joint because she sort of was talking about all of that after the fact. Oh, I'm clean. I keep the house clean. The house really wasn't clean, but I ain't gonna go into all that. But it just, it's just I didn't see no tampons or nothing, thank God. But hey, man, she's a trooper. Her coochie wasn't the best smelling, but she's a trooper. She sucked the balls and everything. She a trooper. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna take her to the beach this time so that we can get in the water. Like I'm gonna go to the beach with her like next week or something, so we get in the water. That way, the most that's gonna happen is maybe some Atlantic Ocean gonna be on her coochie. Nothing crazy. You
Oh
feel
my
me?
goodness.
That's what I'm gonna plan on doing. But you got it.
This is a crazy story. I don't even know where to start.
Yo,
Um,
that's just normal at this point, man. These hoes do not. You gotta tell them, like, take a shower prior, and you gotta tell them, man. I don't want to be. I'm gonna have to be that guy with her, but not right now since it's still new. Listen, anyway, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
well, I know that Molly had wanted to say something to you. Do anybody else on the panel, Classy? Do you have anything to say about Glock's story?
Well, nothing per se to say about a story because I believe everything you said. You have a lot of females. It's almost equivalent to a girl that's overweight that she gets turned down by the guy that she likes. What's the words that usually come out of their mouth? Well, I know somebody that wanted. There's always going to be some guy in the same situation. If a girl has a nasty VJ, she knows
Hmm.
there's going to be some guy out there that's going to take it. And that's why she feels that she doesn't have to put in any work. That's why you have a lot of these females out here just smelling nasty. They know somebody's going to take it. It's just equivalent as let me use I don't mean to use her name like Kendra G show. You notice all her guests, they're not very well presentable. They talk manly, they're aggressive. They don't know
Hmm.
how to
Yeah.
present themselves like ladies, right? They
Right.
know, and some of them got 3 or 4 kids by 4 different men. They know some, maybe the guy that they don't want. I mean, maybe the guy that they do want don't want them, but they understand there's somebody out there is going to want to mess with them. And that's the reason why they feel like they don't have to put in work in anything.
Mm-mm, they don't. They
And
don't care.
it's very sad too, but at the same time, nothing to a story, but at the same time, I'm just saying what he's saying, he's telling the truth because I know a guy. I remember one time he told me he had met a girl. He went out with this one girl and he had sexual intercourse with this one girl, and her vaginal canal had leaked out some yellow substance.
Ugh.
And what he told me, he said he didn't care.
Right.
He just had to get it off. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I think that's crazy irresponsible because I'm like, stuff that I saw in the hospital, like, oh God, I'm like, you sure you want to go on with this? You lucky you still have your penis left because you don't know what that could have done to you.
Right.
It
Oh,
could have been an STD.
classy, classy. I hit it raw too.
Oh my God.
God
This
bless
is
you.
I
just
hit.
getting
Okay,
worse and
so
worse.
then that's where it goes back. Well, then I have to compare his story into what I'm talking about. These females knows that somebody out there is going to hit it.
Yeah. Well, I think
Bro.
Molly has something to say. I think Molly had something to say about Glock's story. Go ahead, Molly.
Yes. First, I thought like you should after situations, um, they should be using the bathroom to urinate all the bacteria and stuff out, just for hygienic purposes, because all that penetration, it's pushing bacteria in there. So first thing they should do is urinate that out first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speak to
Yeah.
your point, Molly. That's females do say that. They say, well, the vagina cleans itself, and I'm like, right, but you still have to clean it as well.
That's true.
That's why I try to tell these females it's not just to like up and go, like, okay, I'm clean, I can go about my business. Not saying that you're wrong, but I'm saying a lot of people, you have a lot of females who will just leave it at that, and
Yeah, that's an excuse.
they'll never really do any real maintenance work.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, that's an excuse. That's an excuse to not do it. Yeah, that's a fact. They be saying that. But hey, yo, hey, listen. I was gonna eat her coochie too, cause I'm a gremlin like that. I was gonna eat her coochie, right? But I couldn't, nigga. I was gonna do it.
Yeah, but
Hey,
why did
if you was smelling good, huh?
I don't understand why you did it more than once if
Did
the
what?
first time it was well, you know what you did.
Bruh, bruh.
More than
We
once.
was in the moment. We was in the moment. We was on like 3, 4 shots of some white Hennessy. I don't even know, bruh. I was on a mix of things and we was smoking. Yo, I don't even think I nutted. I didn't even nut. My penis went in limp mode after like 5 5 hours breakup in between, you know what I'm saying? being drunk all night, yeah, I wasn't gonna last. I wasn't gonna buck. But she started sucking. She started sucking it, and my joint got so sensitive. I had to tell her to get off. She was upset about that. But I was like, I can't. It was sensitive, like when your clitoris gets sensitive after a chick nut. It was like that. I couldn't even do no more. But it was a good night though. It was a good night.
Wow. All right.
Hmm.
Well, Blue, you have anything to say about his story or anything about this topic? Blue TV, you there? Okay, I don't know what's going on with everybody, but I don't think Blue is there. Hey, Blue, going once,
Blue
going
be doing it.
twice. Blue be busy. That's what it is.
Hmm.
Blue is always busy. All right, Classy, back to you. Thoughts?
My thoughts, well, I mean, I can't speak on stories like that. Usually, a lot of times, I can speak for myself. That's why I never go to strip joints. Because I think if I'm going to spend some money on, I'll use strip joints as an example. I don't go to strip joints because I know a lot of those ladies are not well kept in the inside. All those microorganisms not cleaning themselves out, and they just shaking it in front of every guy they come across for some dollars, and they smell like sweaty socks.
Mm-hmm.
This is the
Oh
reason why
yeah.
I don't go, because I'm like, I know for a fact a lot of them, not all, but a lot of them are not hygienically clean. That's why
Mm-hmm.
when I get invited to a strip club, I'm like, no, I'm okay. When some girl that I see out give me sex, I said, no, I'm okay, because I see the human body all the time. It's not something that I need right away. And I'm so confident. I'm like, usually tell a female like, hey, I don't want yours. It comes manufactured on every heterosexual female. So I'm going to go ahead and take a pass. Usually I'll get called gay. Excuse me. I'll call G-Hay because I don't want them in particular. But I'm like, no, I'm okay. Because I know a lot of these females, they're not taking care of themselves. I'm like, they'll just give it to any and everybody. And like I said before, they know there's some guy out there, he could be homeless on the street. They'll give it to him and he'll take it.
Facts.
Hey, hey. I've been to strip joints, and I think I said this story before. But there's this young girl. She was twerking on me, and the only reason I went up to her and talked to her because she was like the freakiest there, so I was gonna get my money's worth. And she twerked good, and she was grinding. It was deep. We almost had a moment. But when she started twerking, a little skinny thing, her butt smelled like dookie. She smelled like doodle. Like when like she smelled like doodle. Like she wiped her butt. But if you took a fresh dump and then you start twerking with like a bikini on or like a little string thong joint, it's gonna
You
smell.
a nasty nigga.
Hey, I didn't know. I didn't know. You gotta you gotta you gotta you gotta put some dude wipes on that. You gotta put some baby wipes on that, man. Get it good. But yeah, that happened. It was a good dance though. She made my night, but her butt stink. She was a young girl. She about like
Oh,
20. Yeah, her butt
what?
stink. Her butt
I have a
stink.
question.
You thirsty ass nigga.
Wait. Hold on. Let's keep it clean, Rayhanma. We trying to keep it clean today. Young.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Yeah, only youngies come with those crazy stories. But real quick, I have a question for you, Glock. I'm gonna call you Glocktavius. Hold on, let me take this headset off because I feel like I'm loud. I feel like I'm loud. Hold on. Can you
You're
hear me?
not loud. I can hear you.
Okay. All right. There's so many things flawed and wrong with the story you told about this girl you had in bed the other night with you. Okay. So you said the first night you guys had intercourse, you
First
smelled
date. Yeah.
first
Mhm.
date. First
Mhm.
date.
Mhm.
You said you went all
Yeah.
night until the morning, but you said she smelled. What did you do? Hold your nose the whole night? Like how did you feel the smell? That's the first thing that I see flawed. Can you answer that?
Hey,
It
sis, he
wasn't.
had a
It
he had a
wasn't.
whole beast Simone.
Wait, hold on. That's funny. Billy. I just want to see what he got to say. Go
It
ahead.
wasn't that bad. It was a faint smell, but it was there. You know what I mean? It was like, okay, you didn't take a fresh shower, but it wasn't like, damn, my car is a stank bomb. It wasn't that bad. You feel me? So it wasn't like something where you had to hold your nose at all. It wasn't that bad. So it was definitely doable. You feel me?
All right.
So that's what happened.
Well, okay, that was the first flawed thing. The second flawed thing that I see here is you just met the girl, you went on a date, and you had raw intercourse. Explain that. Why?
um, Let me try and explain. Let me try. ah, I had no condoms on me. Number one. Number two. I'm sorry. I was lit, man. I was high and drunk. I was crossfaded. You feel me? So I was maybe in the back of my head I could have hoped she would have had some bearskin condoms. That's the one I like. But she didn't have any. And then when she started topping me off. Once we at that point, it's like, all right, let me get it in there. Let me get it in there. That's all that happened. And that's
Yeah.
it. Yo, you know what she told me too? And this is messed up. She told me that she had threesomes before. And when I
Oh.
say threesome, I mean like two dudes banging her out.
Did she tell you
Yo,
this
this shit was
before? Did she tell you this before or after you had raw intercourse?
And he
after.
kissing all on him.
After.
After.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That
Yeah,
is that is insane. Like I didn't expect that. I didn't expect you to say that.
I have something to
she
say to
was
that.
And Molly,
shoot,
Men,
shoot.
value yourselves.
go ahead, Molly.
I would recommend getting blood work done soon.
Mm-hmm.
Getting
Agreed.
I might.
checked for anything because it sounds like she's one of those girls who, she's kind of up for anything. She'll let you do anything to her, and she's let, people do all kinds of stuff. And I'm willing
I'm
to
glad
bet
you said
money
that.
she is not getting checked regularly.
I'm glad you said that because when we was in the car and she was playing with herself, she was like, "I let you nut anywhere on me," and I was like, "Say
Yeah.
word, right? I let you nut anywhere." I was like, "You gonna let me nut on your face?" She was like, "You can nut anywhere on me. You could stick it in like my butt type." Nah, I don't do that, but that's what she said. So I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." But she's like, "Oh, you
Oh my
could do
god.
it. You could nut on." Yeah, she was a wild one. We gonna do it again.
Yeah, that and now you want to do it again, even though you said she smelled.
Yeah.
Well,
You
Well,
can I
I
said
would
make a
you said
I
she
let
would
me
smelled.
recommend carrying put a condom in your wallet. Make sure you have one in it at all times, always.
I used to.
and
I used
can
to.
I
But
can
I,
I
I
also
used to.
throw some on top of what Molly said? You gentlemen better be very careful because you know what Q-tips look like, right? If you catch
What?
something down the uterine wall of your penis, we will stick that Q-tip down that little hole, and it is not going to feel good.
Ouch. That
So I
sounds
advise
like
you to wear some condoms. That's just my opinion, but you're gonna do what the people, gentlemen, y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. I'm not talking about the gentleman on this panel. I'm just talking about in general. However, I will say this. Let me say this. If you're gonna do something freaky, like if a girl allows a man to give her a facial, that is less invasive than somebody actually urinating on you. But that's just my opinion. Go ahead.
mm. All right, thanks for that, Classy. And this is coming from the doctor on the panel. You need to listen to him. Like
Man,
rat,
these whole chicks be human toilets.
huh?
These chicks be human toilets.
Well, you're next. You go ahead and give your commentary, and then we're gonna go with Killer Swag. Go ahead.
Mm. Nah, I can't. I can't see how you doesn't want to. Excuse me. I can't see how you do mess with these trifling females. You're that thirsty. So and he be up here defending the strike too sometimes.
I am
And yeah, so
thirsty.
now
That's a fact.
see,
I can't really hear what you're saying. It sounds like you're real close to the mic.
now I said he's thirsty.
I
Oh,
am thirsty.
He's
That
too
that is a
thirsty.
fact. I'm definitely thirsty.
So
I
when you
can't
up here
deny
talking
that.
about these man and so when you up here talking about these man and women issues, so it's best to keep in mind that you're thirsty. You're a thirsty ass dude. You'll
wait.
you'll
Keep your
you'll
language
you'll
clean.
sleep with anything. Yeah, I got you.
I'm not thirsty no more. I'm not thirsty no more. She sedated me. Oh, she was a thick motherfucker too. She was the thicky
Yo,
joint. You couldn't deny.
language. Oh, you just messed
Oh,
up.
I'm sorry.
You just messed me up. Now I can't monetize this because you said the F word.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
yeah,
I'll give you a little tip.
keep it clean.
But nah, she was a thick joint too. She was thick, bruh. Little thicky. Of course I was gonna hit that joint. Of course. You feel me? And I don't think I'm thirsty like that because that is quenched. I'm not thirsty no more, nigga.
I appreciate his honesty. I gotta give it to him.
I mean, well, he is being
I mean,
honest,
yeah.
unless he's trolling. I mean, that's
Nope.
another option. He can be trolling right now.
Nope, not even a little bit.
Okay.
Yogi's gonna be walking down the street, turned into the Walking Dead. The chicken gave him the T-virus.
Or it may deteriorate itself off. That's happened.
Hey man,
then
hey,
he definitely gonna be walking
it was some
around.
good coochie.
Oh,
It was some good
Oh
coochie.
no.
It was worth. It was some good coochie. I can't lie about that. Oh, and she was very sensitive. I mean, as soon as I touch her, as soon as she touched herself, she was getting off. Oh, she was saying Spanish words when I was smashing. Like, carico. So like, carico, ay, papi, carico. I was like, I thought, oh yeah, you're mixed. I thought she was black. She's like mixed. Oh, carico, da da da. I like, feed me your boobies. Like, I said the titty, but
Oh
it's
my.
like,
You are.
it got.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Yo, what
Kevin.
does that mean though? What that mean when they be like corico or something like that? She was saying like a lot of words. I asked her after I'll ask her.
Young. Yeah, Glock. That was TMI. But thanks for that. We appreciate your honesty, though.
No problem.
So Rayhan, were you done? Because we're gonna go to swag.
yeah. I'm done. I ain't saying much, but yeah, you're nasty, dude. Yeah, you're nasty. You cannot ride in my car, and you cannot smoke my blood.
Now, let me just say this real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off, Molly. I just want to say this real quick. We can have the back and forths. Y'all can go back and forth if you want, but please keep it clean. I don't want to have to drop anybody. Just keep it clean. That's all I'm asking. Go back and forth, say what you got to say, but just keep it clean. Okay, go ahead, Molly, and then we'll go with swag.
I was just going to say, some people in the chat have answered. They're saying that the corico means itchy or that they're burning.
She was burning for me.
That's funny.
I'm trying to pull
She
it
was
up.
burning for me.
There you go.
If that's true,
And I
I don't want a female to ever say that to me.
I satisfied that itch. Whatever itch she had, I definitely scratched it, nigga. You feel me?
7
What'd you
year
say,
itch.
Classic?
I said he scratched the 7-year itch. Remember the movie with Marilyn Monroe?
Oh my goodness.
But I said overall, what I said is, if that's what that word means in Spanish, please, women, never say that to me.
Oh, corico, papi, corico. Oh,
well, if you say it, that gives me an idea to stop.
Don't say nothing crazy, please.
Yeah, man. It went down.
Yeah, you was helping her out. You was scratching her itch for her, all right?
Yeah, I don't think that's what she was saying, Youngis, because that's not making sense.
I banged her block. That's what I don't know these Spanish words. I banged her block though. I banged her out. She was good. I slept like a baby too.
You sure she wasn't saying que rico?
I think that's probably what she said.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, because I was sitting here trying to figure out like.
Not when I'm up inside her and she's screaming like that. It was all positive.
Like, yeah, I think that makes more sense during sex. What I just said, because what you were saying that doesn't make any sense. That's.
It's some chick. I heard it before. Some chick, these Spanish chicks be saying. You feel me? So it was a good thing to me. It was a good thing then.
All right. Well, let's just go with swag. Go ahead, swag. You don't even know what to say right now.
Seriously, man, what did I just walk in on? Like, what did I just walk in on for real? Like, I'm up in here about to watch Creed 3. Next thing I know, I get a message talking about pop up, and I'm here. Next thing I know, I'm hearing that. It's like, yo, I'm glad I ain't had me nothing to eat yet, because that shit would have made me throw up.
I don't see how it goes.
Okay. I mean, we just gonna have to agree to disagree on that one. So I mean, hey, hey, all I got to say is you got mission accomplished, bro. Mission accomplished.
Facts.
This
Thank you.
nigga, hey, this dude is screwing Arkham Asylum patients.
He
Just
messing
be
with that
careful.
Harley Quinn P.
Yeah, just be careful, Glock, because you cool. You know, we like you here. You support, so I don't want anything to happen to you.
We're not gonna happen to me.
Especially doing it raw. It's scary. You don't be. That's like playing. What's that game? Russian roulette.
Russian roulette.
No, let him have his fun, girl. He want to do that, man. Hey, I applaud you, bro. Go ahead, knock that out the park.
Well, I mean, if she's not even taking care of basic hygiene, you have to
let him do it. Let him do it.
you have to assume they're not, you know. If you're
Y'all
not,
keep trying to talk him into stop doing. Like, no, let him do it.
well, I'll just say for everyone in the chat, or just if a woman isn't taking care of basic hygiene, you have to assume she's not going to the doctor like she's supposed to. Because
Oh
why
yeah,
Yeah,
would
but
she?
most of them don't. And I done
Right.
hit that. I done hit smelly. I hit smelly coochie before, so it wasn't nothing brand new. You feel me? I'm not bugging like, oh, I gotta run to the clinic like right now. That thing was foreign. It wasn't to that. It wasn't that serious. It was like my ex coochie wasn't that great all the time I hit.
Yeah, we
I'm
know
not go too
you'll
deep.
take it with extra stank. Yeah, extra stank.
Yeah. A little extra kick, you feel me?
I guess
A
some
little
people
feminine
like
hygiene never hurt
calamari. Some
nobody.
people like caviar.
Hey, ain't no dude that had a girlfriend where she was 100% smelling squeaky clean every time you smash. So we need to quit the cap.
I
All right.
mean, he got a point with that, but at the same time, once I know she ain't smelling good, I ain't messing with her.
And
Right.
that's
Yeah,
cap.
man.
And that's cap
Problem.
too.
The problem is you said you stayed all night hitting it raw.
All night long.
And then the next day you said y'all did it in the car, and then you said the next day y'all did it here. Like that's crazy.
No, y'all got to play that ODB song. Ooh, baby, I like it raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, I
Like it
like it
raw.
raw.
Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. How it go?
Shimmy,
Shimmy,
yeah,
shimmy,
shimmy,
y'all.
yeah. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, she probably gave this dude bed bugs.
She did the damn thing. She did the
Well,
damn thing. She was deep throating.
May
She did
Gosh,
the damn
TMI,
thing.
may I
TMI.
speak to that about the
That's
bed
too
bugs?
much, yo.
And she gave you all them bed bugs.
I
Allow
think
me to
Classy
speak to
said
that.
something.
Where the bed bugs come from?
Y'all, this is he made up a
Chicks
great
that
point.
funky, you gotta assume them man having bed bugs.
He made
Wait,
up a
Classy.
great point. I
All
remember
right,
in
go ahead, Claire.
surgery we pulled a beetle out of a woman's BJ.
A
What?
beetle?
Ew.
Yes,
Ew.
she had beetles and little beetle eggs living up inside of her vaginal canal. Yeah.
That's
Ugh.
crabs.
How is that possible?
Mm.
How is that? How
And
is
she
that
did not
possible?
know. That's what's so sad about the
That might have been
situation.
crabs.
She didn't feel anything crawling in there.
No, she said she never felt anything. That's how unkept and unclean she was.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Ugh. I didn't even know that was possible to have beetles in there.
When he thought, well, I brought that point up because when he brought up the bed bug scenario, I was like, it reminisced me back to the time where we went in the inside with a forceps, McGill forceps, and the pap smear and opened her up to see what was why was she smelling so bad? She had a dead bug up inside of her.
Oh God.
Well, thank God for monk mode.
Even the bug couldn't survive in there. Wow.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was dead. It was dead.
He said, yeah, man.
Hey, the bug was up in there and said, yo, I can't take this no more. Oh man. Dead bug in the cooch. That's a new one.
So I want to
It
ask
was like the bug was like Jonah on the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Classy. Tell us some, and I understand, Mr. Know What All, you're saying doctor-patient confidentiality,
Well,
but
it
he's
is,
not
but
saying any
I've
names.
never mentioned any
I was
names.
just
Right.
about to say, dude never said no names.
He didn't say any names. We don't know what hospital he works in, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
And you don't know the name of the patient or the age of where she lives at. So the
Right.
Exactly.
confidentiality has
So
been
yeah,
broken. I can have this.
that
I
doesn't
can
fly.
have the story because I can have the story as long as I don't mention any real names.
Right.
Exactly. So that comment is null and void. No,
Yeah,
no.
very
It's the
null and
same
void.
way. I would say it's the same way as if if you was wanting to write a book. So
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. You could write a book, just keep the names out, or just make up a fictional name,
Or I'll give
but
you
just based
another
on a true story.
example where you have doctors that show videos of surgeries on YouTube. You don't know the name of the patient. All you see is certain surgeries.
Right.
right, you even see the face, dude.
And
Absolutely.
Melody,
Mhm.
to elaborate on your question, I didn't have sex in like 3 months, right? So I was kind of in a dry spell. I was kind of like burning,
And
thirsty. I was Remember, the last time I did anything was with that old white chick at the bar. Remember I told you that?
Yeah. Old. Well, how old was this chick?
She's like 50 something.
Ooh,
Mm.
And she blew
man,
me.
you messing with
She
straight
listen,
stride goblins.
listen. She was aggressive. Talk about cougar. I know now why they call them cougars. She was aggressive. She was like ripping my shirt and shit. She was aggressive. We ain't go
Oh
too far
Lord.
though. She just blew me, and she could suck off too. For older chick, you would think her gums is weak. She had some jaw lockers, nigga. She had that.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, one
Wow.
of the best blowies I got in a
man,
long time, my nigga. Like, I can't
Okay.
even
man.
lie.
All
Okay.
right, moving on.
I'm gonna
Let's
be a
move
speaker
on.
at his funeral, yo. I'm gonna be a speaker like here lies Glocktavius, man.
Oh my
He
goodness.
lived a good
Y'all
life,
niggas
man.
gotta
He
get
was
out
out
here.
there going balls deep into some females,
Get
man.
out of there.
It was just
Get out of there.
he's out of here, coach. But
Get out of
he,
there.
Y'all,
I
y'all
will keep
niggas.
his spirit alive. I will keep his spirit
And
alive,
Killer
man.
also
Long live
besides him.
Glocktavius, man.
And also beside him in a best specimen cup is his genitals.
Okay, classy.
He got the T
Classy. I want
virus.
you to take when I die. I want Classy to do the autopsy and declare my death. All right. Tell him
Oh
that
no,
nigga
I
went
will not
raw.
be doing that.
Hold on. I'm gonna get
Oh my
part of the
God. Viewers are
eulogy.
dropping. Viewers are dropping.
Listen, I'm
Classy,
gonna
like,
get
no,
part
I'm
of the
not doing
eulogy.
that.
Listen, I'm gonna get part of the eulogy and tell that nigga he went out like a real nigga. He died getting head like Kevin Samuels,
Oh my
nigga.
goodness.
You already know what it is,
Oh my
nigga.
goodness. Okay.
Talk about,
Okay.
talk
Let's
about
change.
it, nigga.
Let's go back to
He
the
Y'all need
subject.
to
he
y'all need to
flying
get
high
out
right
here.
now. He
Y'all need
flying high right now.
killer,
Let's go back to the
you gotta get
subject.
out here. Hama, you gotta get out here. Classy, you definitely gotta get out here. I'd have been using that Yo, I'm a doctor. What up? Like I'd have been using that line all the time.
All right, we're getting back
Hey,
to the subject. We're getting back to the subject.
Yeah.
Okay, so Molly, anything to say about anything said on this panel right now?
Yes, just well about that girl, I'm pretty sure she was, had dirty fingers, touching
yeah,
herself, probably food on her fingers, introducing all that, foreign substances in your body and throwing your body out of whack. So,
she got a strong immune system, probably too.
well, I mean, you don't know how strong it was. I mean, that one interaction, again, I think you should go get tested because not
You know what?
everything
I just
is
might.
not
I'm about to
everything
light my
is
joint up on that.
well, not everything is going to be something that you just wake up and you just can't get out of bed or something. Some stuff you might not even know until
Right.
it's too
That's the
late.
STD. Mm-hmm.
So
He gonna be
Like
walking.
AIDS.
He gonna be
It
walking around
gives you
like,
like
oh,
You know, one
oh.
tried Gloctavius, all jokes aside, go get tested and be more careful. I'm gonna leave it there because we gotta move on. Just get tested, be careful. Stop sleeping with women with bad hygiene.
Uh-huh.
It's not. That's just my advice to you. It's not. It's
Uh-huh.
not worth it. It's not worth getting sick.
Man,
A
Black
lot
like
a
living
lot
on
of
the
dudes
wild
don't get
side. Let
tested
him
though.
live
That's
with
a
it.
fact. A lot of dudes don't get tested. Like maybe it's just a lot of men just don't get tested. Maybe it's but like, oh, if I got something, then you got something. That's how it's a
And
fact. A lot of dudes don't see doctors like that. That's how we be just dropping. And, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, but he should have got tested too.
and then
Keep it a
think
bit.
Yeah,
about
I
it.
got tested.
And think about it. You sleeping with whoever she slept with raw. When you sleeping with people raw, all those penises she had before you, that's all of their secretions and whatnot is getting into you.
I already know that.
Look at it like that. So you got to really be careful. That's it.
I already know that. I already know that. You act like I ain't
Anyway.
cuffing. I ain't cuffing. But she a good girl though. She a good girl, man. She a good girl. She ain't holding back. She like you. That's a good girl.
Mhm.
She ain't gonna play that finesse game, bro. She gonna get to you like you asked for it, nigga. Ah,
Okay, so
good to you.
Remember that chick Glorilla? She was talking about how she likes to yeah, what it was a going eating the dude, yeah, tossing the dude salad.
I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry.
Is that the girl that says
Glorilla?
she likes to have
I know
black
Glorilla, but I don't
panties?
remember her saying that. Oh, what you say, Molly?
Is that the girl that says she wears black panties so you can't see her skid marks or something?
Oh
I never
snap!
heard that either. I never heard her say that.
Y'all gotta get out here.
I like her as an artist, but I don't really be listening to what she say as far as skid marks and stuff go. But
I don't like.
honestly,
What the hell she?
black panties are the ones you can really see skid marks in if you had any. So I don't know
You
why.
said black underwear?
Yeah, I think she's the one that said that she wears black underwear so you can't see like her skid mark
Oh,
stains and
got it.
stuff.
Okay, I get it.
You can see
I
skid.
thought they said it was visible. I was like, that's horrible.
All right,
Mm.
so I have a question for you guys. So we all know that Nick Cannon and Austin Holloman said that majority of black women smell really bad down there. That's why Austin. That's why he went overseas because he's tired of messing with these American black women who stink. Do you
And
guys
salute to him.
salute? Right. So, do you guys agree with what they said about majority of black women smelling down there? I want to start.
Yes.
Hold on. I'll start with you, Ray, and then we'll go to Classy, Killer, then Glock. Go ahead.
Yes, they do. Because I mean, years ago, I mean, I came across a few of them that smelled, and I just couldn't do it. One of them, when she bent over, yeah, she had them, what you call it, them flakes, and, in her crack. So yeah, that's one. Yeah, immediate limp, and I left her. I left her alone. So yeah, and a lot of them do.
A
A
lot of
lot
them.
of them. So
So you
I don't know, but yeah, and I believe chicks like that Glorilla and others, or like the B Simone when they came out, bold with theirs. I guess it caused these chicks to be even more bolder with their funk.
mm, okay. Well, how about you, Classy?
Well, unfortunately, some of it does stand true because did a stat about 33% of black women don't get a regular checkup from the OBGYN.
Right.
So I believe some of it is true, and lady from the ladies who don't have anything to do, are a part of the black community that are not this. I'm not talking about y'all, but you all know it exists. We got to be honest. A lot of times, like I said before, we have a lot of women that are comfortable telling you how nasty. Oh, sorry. We have a lot of women out in the world today that are comfortable telling you that how nasty that they are. And actually, I think
Exactly.
the thing about it is it's sad, but also It's actually for me. I think it's good because at least I know where I stand. I can either say yes or no as a man. Fortunately, you have a lot of men that will go ahead and go along with it. But however, at the same time, I think it's when it comes to the mother and daughter situation. I think you have a lot of mothers are more concerned about getting another man versus taking care of their daughters properly, teaching them how to be better ladies since they weren't. That's my opinion. Go ahead.
Facts. Big facts. What about you? Who was next? Oh, Killer.
Mm, mm. I mean, all the black chicks I've ever dealt with, fortunately for me, they never smell, so I've never had that type of problem. But I've heard a lot of dudes say that as far as like, they end up with a lot of chicks with the swamp cooch and stuff like that. So, like, and to Classy's point, I mean, I've been doing research on that too. It's crazy the stuff that he said is that sex tape stuff that I read online as well. So I mean, it's crazy, but not all black women stink like that. I just want to put that out there. Not all of them do, but
Not
the
all,
ones
but
that do, you need to go take your butt to the doctor for real. Like, stop
Right.
playing.
Absolutely.
Smell
because
like
you
smell
can.
like the lady that walked out of the bayou.
Cause
Right.
I know for a fact if I ever came across a chick with some smelly cooch and she be talking about, baby, please, I just want you all near me, baby, please. I'm like, no,
Hmm.
no, like unless you taking a shower, no, we not doing that. Like, cause for one, like let's say if I'm just hitting it and then I decide to go home, I gotta go home with that smell on me until I go take a shower, and I'm not doing that. So no, I'm cool.
You know what, class? Killer. I'm glad you said swamp because I'm in Florida, right? And
Hmm.
there's gonna be the humidity make you swampy. Now the chick I was dealing with, it wasn't an abnormal odor. It wasn't. It was like a chick coochie could be a little musty. I ain't gonna lie, it's just a fact. A chick's coochie be a little musty, and we was out all night, so it wasn't abnormal. When a chick got some abnormal smell, like some stuff that's unnatural, like you got a disease, it's a different smell. You know what I'm saying? But if it just smells like sweat, that's regular, nigga. That's every day. Okay, you out here. You feel me? But should she have taken a shower prior? Yep, I'm gonna say that. But it wasn't abnormal. You feel me? So there's that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I took
No,
a, I took a I
it's
took a shower. I took a shower before I went out because I was pretty sure I was gonna smash. The way I know is because this is a pro tip. When a chick starts sending you heart emojis after every text, she's sending heart emojis. When a chick does heart emojis, there's a good chance you gonna smash. Okay, and then the stuff she says, but the heart emojis is a giveaway. That's a giveaway. But anywho, I knew there's a good chance I was gonna smash, so I took a shower. I make it a point to take a shower because I plan on getting topped off. So I like getting topped off for a while. And if I'm a smell, a chick not gonna do that like that. And and what I do too, another pro tip is when I get topped off, I don't like to face F a chick because when you face F, they stop early because it's too much. At least I'm too much. I don't know about y'all niggas, but I'm too much. Okay, so when you like face F a chick, they take their breath away a little too early. At least for me. So I tried not to, and I kind of did it last night, but I tried not to. That's my point. Anywho, you got it.
All right. So same question goes to you, Black Tavius. Do you think the majority of black women have a nasty smell?
What was the question?
Do you think most black women smell down there? Pretty much.
Yeah, but it's not a smell where you need to go run to see a doctor. Like I said, it's must. They smell a little musty. You gotta tell them to take a shower. You know what I'm saying? Prior, be fresh to death. Immediately. You feel me? Especially if you want to go down. If you want to like lick the box, if you're a munch like that, then yeah, you need to go ahead and make that happen.
Mm. All right. Beth. I mean, oh God, I keep calling you that. Molly. Sorry. Molly. What do you have to say about that? About the guy's answer about black women?
I just would not. I mean, I would insist that they shower before. I wouldn't accept that. I just wouldn't accept that.
Right.
Like
I,
you don't have to put up with that at all.
exactly. I mean, but when you're in a relationship, let's be honest here as women, when we're in relationships, we don't always take a shower before we have intercourse. We don't always do it. But if it's a new relationship, this is me. If I'm in a new relationship, I'm taking a shower every single time we're about to do it. And I know that's annoying to some men. They're like, "Come on, let's like I want to do it now." Like when once they get what's the word? Once they get hard. That's not a word that we can't use. So I can say that. Once the man get hard, he want it then and there and then right now. But I just feel like, hey, let me just go clean up real quick. Let me go freshen up in the bathroom. I'll be back. Some men don't like when a woman say that, but that's just me. I like to freshen up. But
Hell no, I love that. I
you
don't
like
want no sour booty cheeks.
right. I mean, but there's no reason why you should be smelling that bad as a woman, period. You shouldn't be smelling that bad. But if you want to freshen up, go freshen up, and he'll wait for you. But if you've been in a long relationship, 5 to 10 years, you're probably not ever gonna freshen up before you have sex. You just gotta make sure you're always on point at all times.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I'm going to give final thoughts now because I know you couldn't stay too long, Molly.
Yeah.
I'm about to go myself, so let's start with Glocktavius, final thoughts. And then after Glock, we're going to do Ray. And then we're going to do Classy, Killer. And then we'll go from there. Go ahead. Final thoughts?
I see people kind of roasting in the chat. You gotta remember, I'm a bit of a street nigga. It's still there, man. I ain't been over there in a what, but it's still there. I'm sorry, nigga. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a bit of a goon like that. If it's coochie and if I like her, unfortunately there's no condom available that we remember. But hey, I told you, hey, that's how it go, man. Niggas act like they don't know what I'm talking about, but you would do it too. That's all I gotta say, nigga. It's the truth.
All right. Thanks for that. Ray Hanma, final thoughts.
Ray,
Going
you're
once,
muted.
going twice. You're
He,
muted, Ray.
he's muted.
We'll save him. Classy perspective, final thought. Oh, Ray Hanma, final thoughts.
Oh, value yourself. Value yourself. Don't do these tribal females.
Morgan, I can't hear you.
Ray, you sound like Optimus Prime right now.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yes.
Oh.
Go ahead, man. You was good.
All right. Classy perspective, final thoughts.
I think it's more importantly, most of all, is that everyone need to learn to respect themselves in order to get the respect that they want. That means through your image, that means how you present yourself to the public, even being cleansed. And me personally, I'm a firm believer that, just because you wash and scrub everywhere doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get everything because, microorganisms are always inside the skin, which also can cause lymphatic problems. That's why a lot of times, me personally, I work out to sweat out all the bad toxins and I go shower and take care of everything else. That's just my opinion. However, overall, it's just about respecting yourself. And secondly, I don't believe in having just sexual intercourse with anyone because we already have a lot of kids being born into the world under bad circumstances. So I think that's another reason. However, just respect yourself, respect your body is all I want to say. It's more important than anything else while you're still here on this planet. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks for that classy perspective. That was amazing. I love when it's final thoughts like that. Just speaking facts, educating everybody on the panel and everybody in the audience. Thank you for that. All right, let's go with you, Swag. Final thoughts, Swag.
Uh, all right, all right. I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna follow that up because Classy said everything perfectly at that point, though. So I'm gonna try, but of course, I gotta keep it brief. You know what I'm saying? I ain't that long winded like that. So basically, when it comes to the hygiene, man, just always pay attention to your body because your body will never tell you wrong. It will never steer you wrong. So if you got like a uncontrollable smell and it just don't smell right like a normal smell to it, get yourself checked out. Like don't wait around until it becomes unbearable to the point where it smell like you've been swimming in the sewers or swimming in a junkyard. Like just go take care of that. And that's just for everybody, not just women and that's for everybody. So just value yourself, value your hygiene, because at the end of the day, if you got bad hygiene, ain't nobody gonna want to be around you regardless. So it's just facts. Like if you got that smelly cooch and you really are horny that night, oh no, you're not getting the meat service. So no, so that's
Yeah.
all I got to say on that note.
Thank you. That was awesome too. See, you're just as good as his classy perspective. What are you talking about?
Oh boy. All right, let me get out of here.
Thank you, Swag. And
Yeah.
Molly, what are your final thoughts?
These women just need to do better. It's just it's bad. Like there's no other ways where the men are cleaner than the women. Just consistent. Like that's bad. That's very bad.
Mm-hmm.
When grown men have to, get onto you about a hygiene as a woman, that's just really awful. And these women they need to do better. It's just ridiculous. It's I don't know what it is. If it's a low self-esteem or just I don't care, but it needs to stop.
It does. And do you notice that in our community, things are backwards? Like, the men are more handsome than the women are pretty. The men are cleaner than the women are. It's crazy. Where in other communities, it's the opposite of that. And we just need to do better as Black people in general. It don't matter what your nationality is. I'm saying Black people. Um, we just got to do better because I'm tired of people walking past me smelling like a bag of onions and women smelling like a basket of fish. I just can't. Sweaty balls smelling like somebody's old basement. It's like
Yeah.
everything is just so messed up with our community. You got single baby mamas out here, and it's just things like that happen because no offense to you, Blacktavius, but people like you are impregnating these women, making them single mothers. They're not even teaching their kids the proper way to clean themselves, and it's just a disaster. We need to start somewhere, and right now, let's just start by teaching the young ones how to wash properly, whether it's a male or female. Teach them how to wash properly. You know, I mean, let's start. We got to start somewhere. So let's start there. Because I'm just embarrassed and it's not a good look for us, ladies or men. You know, Black men are probably the laughing stock to other races of men because they're like, oh, y'all can't, y'all women are not even clean. Y'all kids walking around, like Molly said, with no shoes on, black feet, smelling with soiled diapers and bonnets on their heads. Like this is what we're looking like to other people. And I'm just embarrassed. So we gotta do better and wrap it up. Use condoms. No more raw sex. We gotta break the cycle. No more raw sex. Because our people are dying of, I don't know if I can say those words, but they're dying of STDs. Um, Women are getting pregnant, and then you got the Pookies and Ray Rays thinking it's cute. Hee hee ha ha laughing, on panels and stuff. Don't care about how they look, but it's a bad look. So we just gotta change. That's all I'm saying. Those were my final thoughts. So thank you everybody for coming. It's been an awesome, amazing show. Thank you, Molly. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. And very soon we're gonna be doing the show. Well, I'll talk to you about it after the show.
Okay.
And I think you would be a great addition to it. So, but we'll talk about it. All right,
Okay.
guys, but thanks for coming. Talk to you guys later. Peace.